in this proof, we have two triangles, SRT and URT, that both share side RT. So we're going to make that the focal point of our proof here, and use that information to prove that these two triangles are congruent. The first step in any proof is to express the given information, and so I'm going to go ahead and insert the given information into the proof. And so we have RTS is a right angle, and RTU is a right angle. If these are both right angles, then they're equal to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and say that angle RTS equals angle RTU. And the reason here is because all right angles are equal. And then we have to reference two steps here. And the two steps we have to reference is step 1, where we declare the first one as a right angle, and step 2, where we declare the second one as a right angle. Oh, and if I click here to insert this, you see a message that pops up here. It says, use the equal sign with measures of angles and the congruent sides with angles themselves. So since I have the angle here, not the measure of an angle, I'm going to go ahead and insert the congruent side, which is consistent with what the statement says. All right angles are congruent, and accepts that. Okay. Now I'm going to go after this segment RT. Like I mentioned earlier, RT is part of this triangle and part of this triangle, and we can always call segments congruent to themselves. So I'm going to say segment RT is congruent to segment RT. And the reason is the reflexive property, because the reflexive property states that a segment is congruent to itself. And then, so the information we have now is that this side is congruent to itself, this angle here is congruent to that angle, and this angle here is congruent to this angle. So we do have enough information to call these triangles congruent. We have an angle here, we have an angle here, and we have a side here. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the triangle congruence statement and pick the angle side congruence property. And then I have to reference the pieces of information that justify this. So here's our right angles, our congruent statement. So statement 4 gives us one set of congruent angles. Statement 3 gives us another set of congruent angles. And statement 5 gets us the congruent side. And then I can go ahead and submit this proof to be checked.